Well, it looks like it's finally happening. The world's slow transformation into a post-apocalyptic future. The economy is tanked, the COVID's got politicians scrambling, people stuck in their homes, and mass job loss has everyone in a state of panic and desperation. And well, I guess we all have nothing to do but wait around for the sound of large diesel trucks caravanning into our neighborhood, carrying gangs of armor-clad raiders out for blood, looting houses and enslaving people, to be inevitably cannibalized on once the provisions of canned peaches and sardines all dry up. Alright, well, hopefully that doesn't happen. But the desperation has definitely begun. And don't I know it. You see, just a few days ago, I had an incident with a home intruder who broke into my house and tried to rob me. Because of course, why wouldn't this happen to me? And well, the thing is, this could also happen to you, which is why I thought it was important to share this incident. I know that a lot of my videos are sarcastic and drenched in satire, but this one is 100% real. And if you haven't been doing so already, lock your doors, lock your windows. I mean, even right now, if your doors are unlocked, pause this video and then go lock them so you don't make the same mistake that I did. So anyways, here's what happened. I was just waking up around 1:30 p.m., sitting in bed watching YouTube videos before I finally got the motivation to get up, get out of bed, get dressed in my one-piece coveralls, which I have been wearing since the beginning of quarantine, and make some breakfast. Now, I had thought that I had been good at locking my doors, but apparently not, because I had forgotten to lock my back door, which leads to the kitchen. And right as I was leaving my bedroom into the kitchen, I saw someone quickly leaving out the back door. And this person was definitely not my roommate. I was thinking that maybe it was some kind of inspector sent over by the homeowners, but that didn't make any sense because they would have called me before they let someone into the house. So I ran after the guy just as he was exiting the kitchen onto the back porch and asked him, what was he doing? Is this where the frat party is? I'm here for the frat party. What? Right away, I saw that he was holding a tin that I used for collecting loose change, so it was pretty obvious that this guy was trying to rob us. So I quickly grabbed the change tin out of his hand and asked him again, what the fuck are you doing? He wasn't trying to run or anything and just repeated his story. I'm here for the frat party. It's my birthday and they're throwing me a party. First off, I don't live in a frat house. Secondly, there are no frat parties anymore since lockdown. Also, this guy was like 30 years old. Clearly, he was just sticking to the story to make it all look like this was some sort of big misunderstanding. He just accidentally ended up at the wrong house looking for the frat party and happened to walk out with a tin full of loose change. And I was still half asleep trying to fully assess the situation. How long had this guy been in my house? What else did he steal? Is this guy armed? Where the fuck is my roommate? Are there more robbers in the house? I'm not gonna lie and pretend like my heart wasn't racing. And this guy was just standing there. He wasn't even attempting to leave. Well, it was right then that I spotted this foot-long bayonet knife that I keep hidden in a pipe, just about a foot away from the intruder. Honestly, I only kept it there because it's outside and I use it for gardening. But I didn't want him to also spot it and be able to get to it first. So, trying to think fast, I quickly reached over and I pulled the knife out. What the fuck are you doing in my house? Oh shit, you're gonna pull a fucking knife on me? I'm just here for the frat party. It's my birthday. I know this all sounds ludicrous, but it felt ludicrous. I was holding a knife to this guy's side, watching his demeanor to see if he was gonna try something like going for the knife. At this point, I'm in adrenaline rage mode, but really asking myself, what the fuck am I gonna do if this guy does try something? Am I gonna stab him in the side for trying to steal some loose change? Or chop at him like it's a machete? But judging by his reaction, I think he was taken pretty off guard by the sudden knife being pulled and held to his side. Really? You're gonna pull a fucking knife on me on my birthday? Who else is with you? I asked him, and then his story started to change. Man, I'm just a homeless guy looking for some money. I started patting his pockets down with the bayonet and asking him what else he had in his pockets, what else did he take? But he just pulled a lighter out and said he didn't have anything else. So now I'm just standing there, squared off with this intruder. I figured he was probably telling the truth about being homeless, and from what I could tell, there wasn't anyone else with him. And I wasn't gonna try to hold him hostage and just stand there with a knife until the police came. So I just told him to get the fuck out of here. Better just to get him to leave. As he was walking off, he kept turning around and looking at me with this look like, really bro, you gonna pull a fucking knife? Like I was the crazy one for overreacting. I mean, after all, he was just looking for a frat party. I was watching him as he walked off to where I assume was the same place that he entered my yard. And well, the second he was gone, I ran back into the house, busted into my roommate's room, giving him quite a scare. He had been in his room playing video games with his headphones on, so he didn't hear anyone come into the house at all. And even if he did hear someone walking around, he probably wouldn't have thought anything of it because he would have just assumed that it was me. But my roommate did tell me that he heard someone knocking on the front door about 30 minutes earlier, which he didn't answer. Fair enough. And this is a technique that burglars will often use when casing a house. You see, a few days earlier, I got a knock on the front door, and it was a scruffy looking guy asking, "Does Ray live here?" I told him that he doesn't, so the guy just walked off. But this was all a con. What thieves will often do is knock on your door having an innocent question like, "Does Ray live here?" or "Is this where the frat party is?" Now, if someone answers, then the thieves know that someone's home. But if no one answers, then they think that the house is empty, and they can try breaking in through the door or the windows. So I'm pretty sure that this is what happened. Since my roommate heard the knock and didn't answer, I think the thief thought that the house was empty, tried the front door, found it locked, so walked around the block after casing the house for a little bit, then came in through the backyard to find the back door to be unlocked. Now, I should state that immediately after this incident, I sprayed down this change tin and all the doorknobs with Lysol and washed the fuck out of my hands. You know, just in case the guy had the bug. And then walked around my house to see if anything else was out of place or missing, which seemingly it wasn't. So it had me questioning, how long had this guy been in my house before I caught him? And why did he just go straight for the change tin? He had to have walked by a lot of expensive electronics like a Nintendo Switch or a laptop. So what I think is he knew exactly what he was going for. I think he actually did just want money because he could spend that right away rather than having to deal with going to a pawn shop to sell off some stolen goods. And also I was thinking, if he actually did get away, exactly how much money would he have scored? Okay, so after counting all the change out, holy shit, this guy would have gotten away with $95.42. Not to mention the 11 bar tokens, 2 guitar picks, and 4 foreign coins. So yeah, that's definitely worth the risk this guy was taking. All I know is this whole situation made me 1, very glad that I had a knife hidden nearby, and 2, wish that I had my gun closer by. And the thing is, we can start seeing situations like this happening more and more. In the case of this intruder who claimed to be homeless, he's probably more desperate than ever since the streets are practically empty of anyone who he would normally ask for money. And even non-homeless citizens are losing their job, running out of cash, can't pay rent, and can't afford food. And if this keeps going, you gotta think, what might someone do if they're hungry and desperate enough? At some point, it's going to be worth their while to take the risk and start breaking into homes. And if the post-apocalyptic raiders do eventually come, it'll be important for you to have your home secured and for you to be prepared. And so, here are a few tips that you can use to better your home security. But first, a quick message from this video's sponsor. Speaking of raiders raiding, this video is brought to you by Raycon earbuds. Raycon sent me a pair of their premium wireless Bluetooth earbuds. Stylish, discreet, and most importantly, no wires. Honestly, my old wired earbuds were constantly getting caught on doorknobs and ripped out of my ears. Infuriating. Plus, Raycons come with an easy-to-store magnetic snapping charging case. Just plug it in, charge it up, and enjoy your favorite music and podcasts for hours. Whether you're working from home, working out, or having an existential crisis in bed. You are not a loser. You are a winner, and all of your friends love you. Their everyday E25 earbuds are their best model yet, with 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a more compact design that gives you a nice, noise-isolating fit. Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of other wireless premium earbuds on the market and sound just as incredible as the other top audio brands that you know. I had been looking into getting some wireless earbuds for a while now, and unlike some other products that I have sponsored in the past, Raycon Legends, I actually enjoy these Raycons and I use them all the time. And I think that you will as well by clicking in the link in the description below, buyraycon.com/rustycage. You can get 15% off of your order. So do me a favor and check them out. It's probably not a bad idea to have some weapons hidden around your house in hidden locations. Maybe a baton behind the wall, a baseball bat hidden behind the door, or the old bayonet in the pipe trick, which of course I'm gonna have to find new hiding spots for all these things now. Hey, got a gun? You might want one. If you don't have a home security alarm system, no problem, just make one. Take some string, tie together a bunch of empty cans, and then install them by your doors and windows. Anyone trying to get in unannounced will make a hell of a racket. Also, if you're like me and you have a bunch of dead leaves in your yard, think twice before raking them up, as they can provide an additional noisy alert if someone is creeping around your house. According to the FBI data, on average, a burglary happens in the US once every 26 seconds. 65% of home burglaries happen between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., as these are the common times for people to be at work or at school. Of course, now everyone is stuck at home, but around 27% of home burglaries occur while people are home. Now, the most common entry points for a burglar is the front door, making up 34%, followed by the first floor window with 23%, back door 22%, and then through the garage, other unlocked entrances, or through a second story entrance. And it should be noted, the average time that a thief takes to burglarize a home is only about 8 to 10 minutes. Get in, get the goods, and get out. So yeah, those are just a few things for you all to think about. If you follow me on Twitter, which my last account got suspended, so I had to make a new one, you might have seen that this whole coronavirus debacle has delayed production of issue 2 of my comic book, Requiem of the Crazies. But I recently switched from a China-based printing company to an American one, of which printing of the books will not be slowed down. So I'm hoping to get the books in and start shipping them out within a few weeks. That said, there is still time for you to pre-order and reserve your copy of Requiem of the Crazies, issue 2, the story of two bums' journey to overthrow a cult leader's insidious plot to drug and enslave the homeless. You can reserve your copy today by clicking through the links in the description below. And well, until next time, stay safe, stay prepared. God bless America, and long live the Republic.
Ooh.